Aloha and welcome to the SolarCoaster live show. I'm here with my co-host Jason Verkaart
Good morning.
and Mr. Dan Conant from Solar Holler in West Virginia. Welcome to the show, Dan.
Howdy. Thanks for having me.
So Dan, we met you at the SPI 2019 Mosaic party. That was a pretty good party. You remember that?
I do. It's been about a year, but it was a fun time.
So why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself and just give a aloha out to the SPI education attendees.
Yeah. Solar Holler is in West Virginia. We've been going for 7 years. And when I started up the company back in 2013, really our goal was to bring solar within reach of all those folks who've always been left out across Appalachia. So we started out with churches and homeless shelters and libraries and other amazing community organizations in West Virginia that always get left out, designing innovative financing programs that work even in a state where PPAs are illegal. And then from there, we went on and started up the first training program in Appalachia with a focus on kids of coal miners, so we can make sure that we're giving a hand up into the industry for folks and a part of the region of the country that has powered the rest of America for generations. Our mission is to make sure that we can keep doing that for the next century, just this time with sunshine instead of our coal. And so we've continued going from there. And at this point, we're rocking and rolling, building solar all across West Virginia, Kentucky, and Southern Ohio.
What a story. It is something really special to be doing what you're doing in the location you're doing it. And I know everyone's going to want to take a look at some of the activity, get some of the visuals. So let's cut over to this great montage. All right, that was pretty amazing to check out what's going on over at Solar Holler. What's the website, Dan?
Solar Holler, that's HOLLER.com. And for those of you who don't know, holler is Appalachian slang for a little mountain valley. So I grew up in my own little personal holler.
You mentioned that you had some pretty big news regarding your workforce. So let's dig into that. What's going on?
Yeah, so across West Virginia, we're an ancestral union state. We actually had mine wars between the unions and the coal bosses back in the 20s, right. And we felt that it was only right that as we make this transition to clean energy, that we do it with a unionized workforce. So earlier this year, actually back in March, just before COVID hit, we unionized our entire installation and electrical workforce, bring them in with the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers, and giving folks access to the IBEW's pension plans, to their 100% healthcare for the whole family. If as we're making this switch over to clean energy, we need to make sure we're doing it right, that we're taking care of folks, and I think ultimately giving folks the representation that really built this country's middle class.
100%. And Jay, I want you to jump in here, but as a solar installer myself, spent 10 years in the installation game in Maui, Hawaii. It's quite a thing to build a business in Maui, but to imagine that that's possible. These are great jobs. These are great jobs that people can feel like they're doing valuable work, know that they're creating value for people's families, right? In residential solar, for example, and then to be able to add that element to it and create that job security, that's, just frankly, from my perspective as an installer, amazing. I'm super excited to know that you're doing that.
We're trying to do this in a way that I would want if I were the employee. That's really what's in the back of my head through all this.